Welcome to the 21st century Streets of Rage. So, as you may know, this game came out in 2020, and I've been doing a bit of a series to this point, comparing and looking at each of the different games in the Streets of Rage series. Or at least the primary ones. I'm not going to look at the Game Gear series. We are finally at Streets of Rage 4. When we talk about this game, it's got a few advantages over the others. But this is a really good example of paying homage to the other games. And one of the biggest advantages is that you can play online with others. So I decided I was going to go ahead and find a rando, in this case, and play a few stages with them to see how it turns out. It changes things up a little bit from some of the other entries I've done where this was solo play. This time I'm going to have to work with a team. Some of the ways Streets of Rage 4 decides to pay homage is 1. Recognizing, utilizing, and appreciating the older characters, whether it's Axel, Blaze, Adam, or the others. 2. While I don't have them unlocked yet, you can use older versions of these characters. For example, you can use Streets of Rage 3 Blaze, or Streets of Rage 1 Adam, maybe even Skate. And 3, it also keeps a lot of the things that were going well with the previous games, such as the music and the combos, though it adds upon those in ways that we're going to talk about in a minute. Alright, so enough about what's not happening on screen. For now, Marlon and I are working our way through the first stage, which is fairly straightforward. Adam's in his all-black outfit, getting his Morpheus on, and Blaze is right where she left off in Streets of Rage 3. I gotta say, even though I've only played this game once before recording, I really like how the combo system works. You can see a counter on the left side where it says 11 hits or 5 hits or whatever, and it really keeps going until either you don't hit them for a while, or until you take a hit. You get to decide whether to cash out your points by not getting hit for a while, or if you take a hit, you lose all of the benefits. It's the primary way in which you gain points in this system, so finding the best way to juggle these people while balancing taking damage really is the fastest way to get a lot of these bonuses, where you get to unlock the characters. Another thing I really appreciate is how they decided to use the environment in ways that aren't as annoying as the bulldozer was in Streets of Rage 3. Alright, so in the meantime, I'm still working on figuring out Adam. The character that I've done the best with on this one playthrough so far was Cherry. I'll make sure to play her in a different stage, but for now, I'm rolling with Adam, so combos are a little bit of an adventure for me. As you can see, we've still got use of the pipes, still got use of these weapons. You can throw with one button, whack with another one, and the different characters have a different, well, pretty much they have a range of capabilities with these weapons. As you can see, some of the staples from the Streets of Rage series are still there. You've got the turkey. You've got some of the basic enemies. And you've got some environmental aspects of the stage that you have to work with. Ouch. Well, that had to hurt. But one thing that's good about this is if you destroy the car, if I recall correctly, you do get a bit of a benefit out of it, which Blaze is working on. So, as you can see, you still get stars for the star attacks. Those are the big invincible attacks that we'll use against the boss, hopefully. I gotta say, this rando seems to really know what she's doing. I wasn't sure how well this was gonna work out, but I think we're making a really good beginning of a team here. Alright, for now we have a mini-boss. Let me know in the comments if I get this name wrong, but I think it's pronounced Kubo. And his big deal is specializing with weapons. In this case, he has pipes. You'll see a lot more of him through this game. We're going to try not to let him get too much going. Obviously, he gets more difficult throughout the game as you get further. Alright, we took him out. One thing we gotta figure out, if we can't communicate online, is how we're gonna share food and things like that. I'll try to let her have as much as I can. That seems about right. So another thing you see here, we talked about the environmental hazards a little bit. The electricity will hit you and damage you if you're there when the sparks go off. I gotta say, I'm gonna take a moment to appreciate the music because it's hitting on all cylinders. I know it can be hard to live up to the hype on games that haven't had an entry in, what, 15 or 20 years? But this one's actually pulling it off. Alright, so a lot of these enemies that we're dealing with to this point are a lot of the basic ones. They're not too tough. I think I will go ahead and take the apple and we'll split the money there. But at this point, we have a train, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have a pipe. And hopefully we can divide duties. I'll take care of the right side while Blaze works on the left side. This should make it fairly straightforward. Well, this brings us to our first boss, which is Diva. From what I've gathered, she's good at using her electric eel and being a pain in the pixel. Really, the good news is that she seems to telegraph her attacks, but the bad news is it really hurts if they hit, and they can stun you as well. I kind of went into this wondering whether the pipe was going to help with preventing some of those startup attacks. Looks like Blaze just used her star attack, so I might have to take advantage of mine. Alright, so we got her down to about half health, so that's not too bad. It looks like Blaze is going to go work on some of the cronies and switch off a little bit. We'll try the pipe. Ooh, yeah, the pipe is not doing the job. That's good to know. Alright, I gotta say, it's really fun working with these two players. I think I'm gonna keep this going if Marlon wants to. Looks like we just about got her. Well, I gotta say, if you like what you've seen here, stick around for more Streets of Rage. Let's see where stage 2 takes us. And let's keep this going with Marlon for a bit longer.